What is going on, community? It is TJ, aka Flash by Night, and we are back here for the re-up, new comic book day, mail call, couple of dollar books, and a Funko Pop. All right. We're gonna get that out of the way. Anyway, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button if you have not already, and we are going to jump into it with the first thing I picked up for new comic book day, which is the Arachnite. I am not a Funko Pop chaser. However, if you look behind me, let's see if I can, there we go. If you look behind me, there is one pop. I think I own 3. I own 2 that I haven't opened. I own 1 that should be worth about $200, but I took them out and I damaged them because I didn't know what I was doing. But the one behind me that you can see is the Arachnite, who is an amalgam of Spider-Man and Moon Knight from this Marvel event called, I think it's, is it Infinity Wars? I know there have been plenty of Infinity Wars, but it's the most recent version of whatever kind of Infinity War they want to throw out at us. And it included a side story. Well, actually, I guess part of the main story, where basically Gamora, who is the pseudo villain of the story, kind of folds the universe in half and kind of mashes people together. So you got a mashup of, like, I think Emma Frost and Wolverine. You got a mashup of Kang and Kamala Khan, and then you got this mashup of Spider-Man and Moon Knight. And for some reason, there are 2 versions of this pop, and this version was just sitting at my shop. I passed them a couple of times before, but this time I could not pass him up. So I grabbed this pop of the Arachnite. Pretty plain and simple. It's not really my big thing. No, before you ask, I am not a pop chaser. I will not become a pop chaser. You will not get me to go down that rabbit hole. But I have these 2. I may find 1 or 2 Moon Knight versions, but that's about it. Don't press your luck. All right, so now we're gonna get to the books I picked up today. I picked up 4 new books. I grabbed $3 books because they were kind of interesting. No spec, just interesting dollar books. And then I got some books I got in from the eBay or the Feebay, however you want to put it. But first book we're gonna jump into is Thor issue number 22. Part 4 of the God of Hammers story. And believe it or not, I still haven't read 20 or 21. I read 19. I've been waiting to get into the rest of the story. Maybe I'll catch up pretty soon. I may have some free time on my hands in the next couple of days. I may not. It may be more hectic than ever. Who knows? But sometime soon I'll get into the rest of this God of Hammers story, and I believe I may have something dealing with it a little bit later. Stay tuned. Next book on the docket, Shadow Man issue number 6, part 2 of the Dead Side War, which I believe, if I'm right, like, the Dead Side is basically like, I guess it's like it sounds. It's the dead side of existence. So there's this other plane with dead ghouls and goblins and things, and Shadow Man basically wants to keep the Earth safe from that problem. I'll tell you what else I learned about Shadow Man recently, and I haven't been paying attention, but I'm going to start paying attention. They have some pretty cool B covers to this book. They've kind of followed in the shadow of, or maybe ahead of, I'm not sure, but they've got some cool horror themed B covers for this book. So I might have to start looking out for them and also picking them up starting at issue 7. Next book up is a book I missed number 2 of, but I do have Cloaked number 3. So Cloaked is basically a story, at least it started out as a story about a Batman type figure, only he's a little more violent. I believe some people called him the Reaper, and he's basically retired. You know, he's grown old, he's retired, and this reporter, this investigator comes snooping around for some reason and wants to kind of dig up his past and find some more things about this Reaper Batman-esque character. What's the reason he's snooping about? What's going to happen to people who snoop or people who snitch? Who knows? We've got to check it out. We've got to read it. And the last book I have, it's not The Flash, which I'm disappointed about, but we're going to hunt that down. But the last book I have is Knighted issue number 4 of 5. This is another kind of indie take from AWA Upshot, indie take on a Batman type figure. Only this guy here, who is taking up the mantle of the Knight, accidentally killed the Knight in the first issue, and so he basically got coerced, maybe forced to try and take up the mantle of the Knight. And we're in this universe of AWA's past the Resistance book, where they had this big event happen and a whole bunch of people died, and then some people survived and they had powers. Books like Erratic, like Moths, I think like Telepaths, and also Knighted kind of all fall under that Resistance umbrella at AWA. So one day I'm going to catch up with all that. Don't hold me to it, but I'm going to try. But this is Knighted issue number 4. Next 3 books up are dollar books from my dollar bin. And the first book I have is Fantastic Four, issue number 361. No spec purposes, no real value to the book that I know of. But I do like to pick up my Christmas themed books whenever they come about. So, you know, around November, around December, in my little office setup, I can, you know, come and bring a different Christmas book every week or so, just to kind of celebrate the season in the comic collector kind of way. Next book up I have is The Mighty Thor, issue number 20, written by Dan Jurgens. I'm going to have to get into this book. It says A God in Turmoil. I want to check out this book and read this book. I flipped through to the end and I saw who was at the end of the book. And I want to know how we got to that point. What led us to the person or the thing showing up at the end of the book that leads into issue number 21. That's what I really want to know. That's why I really grabbed this book, so I can read this book and then lead into Mighty Thor issue number 21, which is starring the anger of a billion souls. I think that's what it is. The anger of a billion souls. The man Gog, along with Thanos. Like, I don't know why Thanos is here. We just want the man Gog. You may want Thanos. We want the man Gog. The hatred of a billion souls. And apparently he has come again to take it out on Thor and Asgard. I think you may find, if you have been reading Thor lately, there may be traces of the man Gog in the Thor books. If you have not seen that, you may want to check it out. And if you have checked it out and you still haven't seen Man Gog, let me know, because I could be wrong. Like I say, I haven't read my Thor books lately, but I've heard hints, I've seen hints that the Man Gog is in town. All right, so my next set of books coming up are from an eBay purchase from one of my favorite eBay sellers, Chi-Town Comix. And most of these I got for $2, max $4 a piece. Couldn't beat it. Great deal for the books I got. First book up is Moon Knight #7, that Raza variant with Mr. Knight on the front. And you know why I love Mr. Knight on the front? Because you got a little smattering of blood all over his little white suit. And then you pull out and you see the shadow of Moon Knight, because the beatdowns get delivered on both fronts. Yeah, Moon Knight issue #7. I've had a few of these copies. I've given a couple away, but I still needed to have one back. Next book up is Amazing Spider-Man issue #72. I think it's in Huckley with the silk variant. I got this. This is strictly a cover buy, but it was $2, and yeah, I decided to jump on it. Book #3 was also $2, and it is Marvel Voices Identity #1, and it has the Peach Momoko art for, I believe the character's name is Nico from the Runaways. I don't know a whole lot about the Runaways outside of the TV show, which was good in spots, so-so in spots, but I still enjoyed. But the character Nico is on the front and center with the Peach Momoko art for Marvel Voices Identity #1. Next book we have coming up is Hulk #3. I believe this is maybe a minor key, maybe a little more than minor. Got a cameo showing up in this, and a lot of times I see the A cover, and I've seen a lot of the Hulk homage cover with the Hulk kind of behind Bruce Banner, but I don't see many of these sketch covers here. I don't know. I don't think they're a second print, but this seems to be the less popular. But a lot of times, as I understand it, sketch covers are more popular. So I don't know. I don't know how that works. But this is a pretty cool get. And like I said, it was only like $3. So I pounced on it. And my next book is actually 3 copies of the same book. I won't bring all 3 up. I'll just hold one up. But I have 3 of them. And it is the Star Wars Crimson Reign issue #1 variant by, I don't know if you recognize this small signature down there, but by Clayton Crane. Now I grabbed these because at least in modern day, I don't think you get much Crane on a regular cover price book. You usually see Crane on exclusives and on ratio variants. I think more exclusives than ratios, but you don't really see him on many cover price books. But we have Crane, Crimson Reign, Vader on the front. I think I grabbed these for $3 a piece. I think that was a pretty good grab. And I'm definitely going to hang on to one, because I would love like the red Crane signature sometime in the future to match Vader's lightsaber. But that was the re-up. I hope you enjoyed yourself. I hope you saw something you liked. If you did see something you liked, go ahead, hit that like button. And if you want to keep up with me picking up my comics, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. Of course, feel free to leave comments. I thoroughly enjoy and appreciate everybody stopping by, everybody checking in, checking out the videos, leaving comments. Kind of makes my day a little bit, makes me smile. So, you know, if you're here, do that. We can converse. We can, do this whole community thing. Anyway, before I ramble on all night, as we always do at this time, love yourself, love others, and I will be back in a flash.